All right, everybody. Welcome back
Good
for
evening.
another episode of the hashtag
TFR
TFR
Motivation
Motivation Monday
Monday.
call. This is where Team Freedom Reigns gets together every Monday night. We go over the things that you really need to be focusing on. So you'll see these slides over and over and over again each Monday night, because what you focus on is what you get.
Ooh.
But if you can't be with us live, that's okay. We record these for your viewing pleasure at the time it works for you. You just need to go to the Team Freedom Reigns YouTube channel or Freedom Reigns SoundCloud and subscribe today, because by subscribing, you will get notification every time we upload a new training or piece of information that can be used for a tool for you, okay? So make sure you go and do that after the call, not right now.
Yeah.
All right. So this is urgent, guys. So we have got this most amazing True Science hair care system, and people are getting phenomenal results. But how do we share that with other people, our prospects, with before and after photos? You want to make sure that you're doing it exactly the right way, so it's a good tool and it's not just confusing or make it look like you're saying something that's not completely true.
Right.
So make sure that you're taking your before pictures and your follow-up pictures the way that it shows on the left. You want to make sure that the photos are dated, that the camera's the same distance from the head is facing forward, you have good lighting, and the hairstyle is styled the same way in each photo. It's even good to have the same color of shirt on so that it appears, as similar as possible.
Right.
In your photos. Now you see on the right, this is definitely not a way that you want to do before and after photos, because that does not even look like the same girl. So it's not going to be a good tool for you to be able to use. As you are doing these amazing before and after photos, getting tremendous results, please make sure that you share them on the Team Freedom Reigns page so that we can all have a really great draw from, right? For these tools of photos for before and afters and sharing this True Science hair care system.
Oh my gosh, Ireland is coming.
Ireland.
The Ireland incentive trip. People are already qualifying, and we have until the end of, what is it? April. So just next month, 2 more months to qualify for this. So do everything you can to earn a free trip to Ireland. And think about this. What if you never had to pay for a vacation ever again? Right. That is the blessing that incentive trips give you. Plus, you also build your business. You get paid to build your business, and you get to travel around the world and take a real vacay, not a staycay, but a real vacay on the company. So do everything you can to get to Ireland. Let us know how we can help, and we'll be there together. Yeah,
absolutely. And you can find these incentive trip qualification requirements on LifeVantage.com, on the TeamFreedomReigns.com website under incentives and promos, right? So make sure that you go and check these out. And if you have a question, just this last weekend, I was mapping it out for a couple people that I know will make this trip, but we were just mapping it out. If you need help, reach out. We're more than happy to sit down with you and see how we can get you to Ireland. Okay, so this is exciting. I mean, this is a lot of money on the table, okay? It starts on the 1st. The 1st is when the Physique Transformation Contest starts. People have been signing up for it since the 1st, or actually the 8th of February. This is going to be a 90-day challenge with big prizes. You want to talk about the prizes?
Go for it.
All right. So there's going to be
$5,000 bucks.
A ton each, but times 2.
Times 2.
Okay. So top man, top woman, $5,000 bucks each. Top 3 qualifiers are going to be flown into Kansas City, all expense paid trips for Elite Academy in Kansas City for the big 10-year anniversary party that they're having for us. And it's going to be a super big deal. We've been hearing rumors of different things, but I mean, just this one right here at Elite Academy, make sure that you are registered. Okay, because the longer you wait, it does what?
Cost you more money all the time, every time.
And we know that you have to attend these events to build a successful business. Right. There's not one top leader in this company that has not attended every single event unless it's been a life or death situation. So make sure that you say yes to yourself and get registered, because this
guy is going to blow you away. So if you've ever read the book No Excuses, or ever heard of it, or Eat the Frog, this is your guy. Brian Tracy.
Eat a frog?
One bite, the whole thing. Just
do it.
Yeah, you don't want to just like chew on it and let it kick you in the face while you're trying to eat it.
Do the grossest part first.
Not that I've ever done that. It's symbolism.
It's the grossest. It's the grossest.
But what I'm saying is, this guy has been a top motivational speaker for almost 4 decades. Brian Tracy is just the consummate professional, and he's got one of those voices that's it's almost like Dr. Wayne Dyer, if you remember Dr. Dyer, just one of those voices that just draws you in. Also a Les Brown type voice. He commands respect and commands your attention, but he's just got such a subtle and smooth way of delivering an impact. And he's in the twilight years of his career. So to see him at our 10-year anniversary celebration is going to be an amazing event for all of us, memorable for sure. And Brian Tracy as our keynote speaker. So get there.
Yeah, it'll be one of those things where you can say, oh my gosh, I was there when.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss out on those opportunities. So who's going to be an influencer in Kansas City? I love this promo that they've got going on. And guys, truthfully, it is as easy as this. It's 1, 2, 3. Easy peasy, right? So you want to help someone in your organization become Pro 3 every single month. One person doesn't mean that you're enrolling somebody and they're becoming Pro 3 in 1 month.
In your organization.
Yeah, it means you're helping one person in your organization become Pro 3 each month. Number 2 is you're going to enroll 2 new distributors, personally enrolled new distributors each month. And then number 3 stands for 3 new customers. Yes. So 1, 2, 3. That's the way the influencers are created, by doing it for a long enough period of time. And they've actually decided that an influencer in our company is an Elite Pro 7 or above. And so those numbers that they were just giving you is the direct roadmap that if you do that on a monthly basis for a long enough period of time, and actually they say that would get you there in about 22 months.
22 months on average.
To be an elite distributor. So consistency is key, doing the proper behaviors. But if you do that, then you're going to get this, right? What's on the right-hand side there, which is
That's one of the things that I love about the companies. They want to give you an elite distributor experience before you're an elite distributor. So it gives you extra incentive and desire and motivation to actually go ahead and accomplish it. This was an amazingly thoughtful idea. So what you're going to do is you're going to get preferred seating, where the elites typically sit up in the front, where the white couches are just behind that. You're also going to get a gift bag and some swag, some stuff that because that's one of the things about being an elite distributor. The company treats you like royalty. They roll out the red carpet. They give you all kinds of free stuff. And they're going to allow you to come to the elite reception, which is going to be at the Hall of Fame Men's Collegiate Basketball, the NCAA Hall of Fame basketball places, where they're going to host the Elite Academy hors d'oeuvres dinner. Who knows what? There's probably going to be a theme to it. There always is. And you're going to get recognition, on stage during the event, and because a job well done. Influencers are the key to this entire industry. It is on the backs of influencers why we have an industry that is so amazing.
But you don't want to be there by yourself. So you want to make sure that you're promoting your team, you're lifting your team up, and you're all excited and working together so that you can all be celebrated like an elite distributor at #EA Kansas City 10-year anniversary. 5-month program, 5-month contest. So get in and get going. Yeah, and you can all do it. You can do it in 1 month if you wanted to. It doesn't have to be divided up by that 1, 2, 3. You can go crazy with it and be qualified, but just then help everybody else on your team get qualified too. Right. All right. And this is a really great program that helps you do exactly what they're saying, promoting that Pro 3 foundational rank. The Pacesetter Pro 2 and Pro 3, this was actually put in place to help people get their first dollar fast, help them make money and be excited about starting their businesses, launching properly, like skyrocketing, right? So if you become a Pro 2, or let's say not if you're a new distributor and you become Pro 2 within your first full 30 days, that means if you enrolled in the middle of the month, or not on the first of a month, you actually have that month and the next month for your 30 days to hit Pro 2, and you're going to get a cash bonus. Maintain it for another month, you get another cash bonus. How about if you make Pro 3 in your first full 90 days, you also get $250 for hitting Pro 3? And maintain it another month, and you get another cash bonus of $250. So that's an additional $700 that a brand new distributor could earn if we help them get launched properly. Okay. So that is us as leaders, or those of us that have been in the company longer than 90 days, that should be our goal, is to become Pacesetter Pros by creating pace setters as quickly as possible. And that will help you with the security of your business.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, we got new markets. First one on this list is going to be Spain to officially open up. That's coming, I think it's next month on the 15th.
It is
our newest market. I love this program that we've got with starting out as customers, getting a feel of the products, having the distribution chain and people that are talking the story of our great products before it opens up the market for distributors. This is so, so brilliant.
So any of you that have strong prospects in Spain, the company is encouraging you, come on over, join in this launch of the market in these events on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the 15th through 17th of March. You can see the schedule here. It's only $51 to be able to register if you're able to go over, but your guests are free. So even if you can't make it, make sure that the people that you love and care about over there, or that are network marketers, entrepreneurs, that they know about the opportunity to be there for live launch meetings, and it's absolutely free for them to attend. So why not start your international business expansion by going into Spain? And that's really everything that this call tonight is all about. It's all about expanding your business, growing your business, and we're going to share with you tonight 9 massive growth recruiting techniques, to start your business and to run your business as far as you want to grow it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So are you ready just to hop in here?
I'm ready to hop in.
All right,
so
guys.
we're gonna go 9. That is because we're opening in Spain soon. 9 is the number for 9. Growth hacking, recruiting techniques. So we went through and we looked at some of the industry leaders in this, starting with Eric Worre himself and the people that are connected, or he on a regular basis profiles on what they're recruiting master. If they could have one tip to recruit masses and get people into your business, build an organization, have leverage, become a leader, all the stuff that comes along with building a big business. And here they are. They're not in any particular order of importance. They're all important. They're all massive. They're all growth hacking, recruiting techniques, but these are from the industry leaders. So number 1, make a decision. It kind of does have to start there, doesn't it? Really? Make a decision to be successful. So let's just assume you want to be successful as a network marketer. This is what it says. Make a decision that you will master this and not give up, because winners never quit and quitters never win. Right. So make up your mind to learn and develop skills to be able to recruit, because this is all about growth hack recruiting skills. So let's just talk about the 7 skills that you need. It's all listed in this book called GoPro by Eric Worre. The 7 steps to becoming a network marketing professional was, and I think always will be, the go-to book on how to build a successful network marketing business. So especially when it comes to recruiting, from a recruiting standpoint. So make up your mind to release your fear. We know that talking to people, being vulnerable can be sometimes scary, but get over it, get over yourself and talk to people and come out of your shell. Your decision to be bigger, or needs to be bigger than your fears and your insecurities. And don't we all have them? I remember when I got involved in this industry, it was just out of fear of not being a father to my kids, because there's only 24 hours in a day and there wasn't very many of them that I was home, motivated me to do it, but I had to get over it. So put yourself maybe in a situation where you add a little fuel to the fire. So even if you're an introvert, make up your mind to make it a priority and do whatever it takes. But make a decision to be successful. That's step 1.
I love it. So step number 2 is developing a recruiting mindset, okay? So you've already started your LifeVantage business, and you started it for a reason. Something drew you in, whether it was our freaking amazing products, right? Or the compensation plan that we have, that income disclosure statement being publicly traded, or how about it was just the excitement of working with an amazing group of people, right? It was something, one of those things. Well, the thing is that whatever drew you here is not necessarily was what's going to get you there where you want to be, because what you're passionate about is what you really need to take and wrap that passion around developing an entrepreneurial mindset. Because it takes so much more than just your passion about what initially got you here. It takes a full combined knowledge, experience, and offering to other people, being willing to step outside of what initially drew you here, what you're comfortable with, but developing that entrepreneurial mindset that's going to give you the recruiting mastery to be able to have the proper posture and to be able to stand out there and not be embarrassed or afraid to share what we have with every single person that's out there. You have to understand that you've got to take your passion and then you can develop the mastery of the recruiting mindset. Okay. So if you have ever wanted to have the opportunity to work from home, I'm pretty sure that's what most of us want, right? Is to be able to have something full-time that helps to provide a full-time income so that we can be home and be around the people that we love and care about. But that means that you can't just rely on what you're passionate about. You have to actually develop passion around every step of the recruiting mindset. So that means that you also have to understand that it involves prospecting, recruiting, training, following up, accounting, and so much more. I mean, documentation, dream building. There is so much that goes into having a recruiting mindset that it has to be more than what initially drew you in. You have to be willing to grow in this area in order to be successful in recruiting and network marketing. So that's number two.
Number three, make friends. I'll never forget it was either 3 years ago or 4 years ago. Marcy and I were watching the live streaming of the Eric Worre GoPro Recruiting Mastery. And the top earner in network marketing at the time was one of his guests there. He's a gentleman by the name of Holton Buggs. And he was making $1.2 million in commissions every single month at the company he was at. This was about 3 or 4 years ago. So he was the number one top earner in the entire industry of network marketing, made $13 million in commissions that year. And he was getting down to his tips, his biggest tips. And so I'm ready, just can't wait to take down the notes that he was about to give. And he said, here's the tip. Here is why nobody will beat me in this industry. And he says, because nobody will out-friend me. And I that is so not what I was expecting him to say. I thought it was going to be some golden tip. And he said, nobody will out-friend me. He makes it a point to make at least 10 new friends every single day. Now that takes work, which means you have to get out in public. You have to get around strangers. It scared the crap out of me, to be quite honest with you. But I thought, you know what? Somebody who loves what they do so much that their entire goal is to go make 10 new friends. And he said, it doesn't matter whether any of those 10 have anything to do with what he does or even want to hear his message. It's up to him to go make friends. It's not up to him whether they receive the invite or his attempt to make friends. So I love it. So it says here, successful MLM recruiters and 6, 7, and yes, 8-figure earners in network marketing have one thing in common. That is, they love to make friends. So kind of think of it this way. When someone knows you, and it's kind of along the same lines as Jimmy Yeary from Elite Academy in Charleston, it's like, if I can feel, then you can feel. And if we can feel, we can connect. And if we can connect, we can be friends. Very similar approach. What they say, and you're going to hear this a lot in network marketing, is know, like, trust. So the transition is they need to know you. How are they going to know you? Because you make friends. Once they know you, and they learn to like you because you do truly have their best interest in mind. You don't have commission breath, and you're trying to sell them at every corner. And then they will eventually trust you. And once they trust you, you've got a raving fan. You've got a friend for life. That was Holton Buggs' approach, and I absolutely love it. So making friends and building relationships with people is important in network marketing. And think about, there's a social media way you can do that with Facebook groups and instant messenger and things like that, or how many connections that you have on LinkedIn, or how many followers you have on Instagram, or how many tweets and retweets and those kind of things on Twitter. But what about in the real world? Now, social media is very important. You can create cyber friends, which turn into real friends as you go through the know, like, and trust transition. But how about just go to the dog park if you have a dog? How about just talk to the person next to you or behind you or in front of you in line at the bank or at the grocery store or when you're trying on clothes, just strike up conversations with people around you. And I'm sitting next to probably, in my sphere of influence, the best person at doing all of those. She is just naturally has the gift of gab and can start a conversation. I sometimes have I've got to find something on their person, like their shoes or their watch or their brooch or whatever, to start a conversation. Marcy can just go start a conversation with anybody at any age. Get down on their knees and talk to a 3-year-old, which is going to automatically go right up to the eyes of the parent, and they just start a dialogue. She's amazing at that.
Just because I speak grandma.
She speaks every language there is, a human possible. So make friends is step number 3.
Yes. And number 4, because we have 9 to get through here, so we got to hurry here. So number 4 is develop positive habits daily. Okay. So this first one goes right along with what Dondi was just talking about with friends, is that, once you meet people, the number one thing that you can do as a daily habit is to make people feel important. Pretend like they have that sign on them that says, make me feel important. Because if you can make someone feel important, you're going to push yourself through that know, like, trust phase so fast, because it's those people that you can get into that trust phase with that are going to help you build your LifeVantage business. So we want to make sure that we're making people feel important. Now, the next parts that I'm going to be going over is I'm going to be taking it straight from the Launch Strong Guide. You can actually find it at teamfreedomreigns.com under Start Here. So the Launch Strong Guide, you want to make sure that you have daily habits every single day, your daily mode of operation. And we're going to start with using product every single day and in public if possible, because you want to become a raving fan and you want to share it with the world by using your product in public. Number 2 is 2, 3, and 4 is you want to go through steps 1, 2, and 3 of sharing this opportunity. 1, share a product video. 2, share an overview or meeting. And 3, third-party validation, answering their questions the best way possible for them using a tool or somebody that's part of your team. So 1, 2, 3, you want to do that every single day. Number 4 is personal development. You have to make sure that you are going through at least 30 minutes of personal development every single day, because you have to grow you in order to become big enough to be able to grow a business that deals with people. It takes personal growth. And then promoting to the next event is vital. We need to make sure that you know when the next meetings are, when the next trainings are, and that you're promoting it to your team, but also you're inviting new people to go with you to each of these events. And probably the most important thing for your daily habits to help you be successful is, remember what I said at the beginning of this call, is that what you focus on is what you get. So one of the things that you need to do on a daily basis is to reflect why you are building your LifeVantage business, because you have to keep that in the forefront of your thought process so that you draw it to you. Okay. Think about what you want, and it's going to come much closer to you.
Next, number 5 is always be prepared. So I'm going to give you some tips. So on your phone, on your main screen, you can create shortcuts to your LifeVantage self-replicating website. There's obviously the app from there. I have Evernote too. So I leave myself messages and notes. I text myself all the time so that I don't forget some things, but being prepared by having a 3-way call list of your support team, because you may run into somebody at the bank that asks you a question and you do not want to be the one answering the question, because you don't want to come across as the expert. And we've gone over this a million times, and that's not what this is about. But have a 3-way call list ready with their name and contact information. That's a great way a great text to send to yourself, or even better, put it in like Evernote, which is my note thing, or my note app. The other is have samples on hand. Have samples on hand when you're talking about it. Here, drop this in your water bottle. Like Marcy says, if you're using your products in public, you should have these already, but have enough to give out. Also know where your resources are. Teamfreedomreigns.com is our team website. Is a great one that's got all kinds of cool stuff on there, but also know what your resources are, know how to navigate your own website, have samples, business cards if you choose, but always be prepared, because you never want to have a hot prospect in front of you with nothing to give them, except information up here, which is the worst thing you could possibly do. Always connect to either a tool or a resource, a sample, an app, whatever it is, but don't have it come out of your head, out of your mouth, because that's what happens when you're unprepared, and that will cost you dearly.
Oh gosh, yes. So that was number 5. So I'm at number 6. You want to make sure that you can tell good stories, okay? And we're talking about the types of stories that will draw people into you. So number 1 story that you need to get really, really good at telling is your own, because it will be the most powerful tool that you have in sharing your LifeVantage opportunity, okay? So you want to learn how to tell your 4-part Eric Worre story as streamlined as possible, that you can tell it in 2 to 3 minutes, making sure that you focus in on that pain point that you had in your life and the solution that you found with LifeVantage, because people are going to resonate with what pain you had, and that's what's going to help them understand why you're excited. But you also want to make sure that you're gathering other people's stories. Be thinking about other people's stories that have been successful in LifeVantage already. I mean, think about Blue Elam and his digging the well before he was thirsty, before his family was in that horrific car accident that his 2 daughters ended up in wheelchairs, paralyzed for the rest of their lives. Or how about Lourdes Rosas? We just learned that her husband was on life support for 6 days in this past 30 days. And thankfully, she too had heeded the warning, worked really hard, and built her business so that she had that well ready to take care of her family. She could step away entirely for the whole time that she needed to be with her husband. Or how about success stories or even product stories, right? I mean, heck, I had a phenomenal product story. I know there's so many product stories out there. We just have to make sure that we are very careful and super compliant. We never talk about a disease in our products together, ever. It's body function and performance, not disease, that we can associate with our products, okay? So just get good at telling good product or good stories, and you're going to become very, very successful in recruiting for your LifeVantage business. Just keep in mind that the recruiting stars in the network marketing profession, they're just good storytellers, because what they do is stories sell, facts tell. Stories are what's going to help people become, like they want to be near you, they want to do what you're doing, and they want to have what you have. So just become a good storyteller.
Absolutely. So tip number 7 is listen and ask questions. So I'm going to say that again. I starred this one because this is probably where most people go wrong in network marketing, especially the newbies, because they want to tell so much. They're excited about their experience with the products. They're excited about the opportunity, and they just want to tell and not ask questions. So you want to listen and then ask questions. Listen twice as much. Look at it as the ratio, 2-to-1 ratio. And when you're talking, be asking questions, not telling information. There's a time for that. It's just not in the beginning when you're talking, because this is about recruiting. Okay, it's not about supporting and managing and growing. It's about recruiting. So here's something I thought was incredible. I read an article the other day about the top 10 richest Americans. And these people were polled, and these were all college students, and they just mentioned them by name, like Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, mentioned Warren Buffett, one of the most probably the best stock trader in the history of the world, and the guys that started Google, and just mentioning their names, and they all started to have negative responses towards these people. And the interviewer said, "Well, when was the last time you used Google?" "Today." "Okay. Well, when was the last time you went on Amazon?" Raise your hand if you've been on Amazon in the last week. And almost everybody raised their hand. Raise your hand last time you were on Google. Raise your hand the last time you were on Facebook. And he said, you guys you think negatively of them because of their wealth, because you're not focusing on their contribution. They changed the way the world works. So wealth is in direct proportion to value given. And when 2.2 billion people use Facebook every day, of course Mark Zuckerberg is going to be making billions, because he's helping billions. And it was a whole different mindset. So when you're listening, what they said is the person who makes the most money or the most impact or the greatest contribution to the world is he or she that solves the most or the biggest problems. Yes. So listen for problems, listen for pain, listen for job problems, listen for financial stress, listen for health stress, and then be Johnny or Jane on the spot to ask questions like, if I knew something that might help you with that, would you want me to share some information with you? You never have sales breath when you do it that way. You're listening for an opportunity to contribute a solution, and in doing so, you create value, and value is truly what we're talking about here.
Yes. Okay. So number 8 is enthusiasm. Yes. You need to have a positive, infectious spirit around you all of the time that is happy, that is exciting, that is passionate about what you're doing, because that vibration that you're creating inside you goes out to the world. And then what it does is it brings back like people to you. So people that are positive, excited, enthusiastic, they're passionate about the things that they are doing. Those are the people that will be drawn to you if you are being enthusiastic with your business. So just keep that in mind. And as a matter of fact, think about the people right now in your life that are enthusiastic. Okay. And just by saying the word and thinking about people, it automatically brought a smile to my face, right? So I'm sure that you had the exact same experience just now when you thought about the people that are enthusiastic in your life. Well, those same people are the people that we're looking for. Okay. So keep that enthusiastic spirit so that you can be a magnet to enthusiastic people. Number 8, enthusiasm.
And last, number 9 is have big dreams. Big dreams and goals, because they keep it focused on this. Have a big dream to help as many people in the world with their problems as possible. That is so not self-serving. That is selfless, and everybody would be enthusiastic and cheer you on, even if they didn't join your team, even if they didn't take your products, even if they didn't even see the business opportunity. They are still going to cheer you on because of your goals, because of your dreams, because of your intention. And that is super important. So one of the greatest attributes of all successful entrepreneurs is having a big dream and nurturing them every single day. So it's like Marcy talked about, that daily method of operation. So staying steadfast in spite of the adversities around you, especially the critics, the naysayers, and the haters, because they wish they could be like you. Most haters secretly want to be you. They just don't know how, or they've given up on their own dream, or they're living in that employee-employer mentality, which is best defined as this. Employers pay their employees just enough to keep them from quitting, and the employees put in just enough work to not be fired. But there's no loyalty, there's no love, there's no exchange, there's no common goals anymore. It's all about what's in it for me. And it's only until I get the next best offer and I'm jumping ship. I don't care how good my boss is or how good the company supposedly treats me. And it's all negative because we're focusing on the wrong things. We're not focusing on solving problems. So set your goals high, have big dreams and goals, and be a great student. If you want to learn how to truly do this, follow somebody with a great idea, because the greatest leaders started out as the greatest followers of great leaders. And I get emotional. That's what stirs me, is having the ability to solve problems on a global scale. And when you work with a company that's open in 15, soon to be 16, then 20 by the end of June this year, 20 countries around the world, we're solving global problems. Yes. And in doing so, we're literally changing the world. Jump on board with that. So number 9, have big dreams.
That's awesome. All right. So we just went through the 9 recruiting techniques to help you blow up your business. Okay. So one of the tools that we offer you every single week is tomorrow night, Tuesday night, live opportunity overview. It's live on the Dondi and Marcy Nettles Entrepreneur Facebook page, as well as via Zoom. It will be going out right after this call with the information into your emails and also on the Team Freedom Reigns Facebook page. Another thing, guys, today is the 25th. It was the last subscription order, last subscription run. So now you know where you're at for the month and what we need to do to get you to your next goals before the end of the month. So it's the last few days. As long as you have time, you can still achieve your goals. So let's go for it. We're here to help you.
Remember, this is February. It's the shortest month of the year. Yes. Only 3 days left.
Yes.
Today, or tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. 3 days left to round out this month. So let's do everything we can to get you people that have seen it but haven't made a decision to a decision process by, what do you want to do? Go back to what we were talking about. Ask questions and listen to listen for problems that you might have a solution to.
Yes.
We love you guys so much.
Thank you so much for being on this episode of #TFR Motivation Monday, and we will see you again next week. Peace. But we'll see you on the live opportunity overview first.
Good night, guys. God bless.